Outside the Box, Boston's free performing arts festival, returns to Boston Common next week, Tuesday through Sunday. This year, the festival will bring more than 70 music, theater, and dance performances to the Common. The 6-day event is the vision of Boston-based philanthropist and arts enthusiast Ted Cutler, who joins me now with Georgia Lyman, the festival's artistic director. Welcome to you both. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What a great gift to the city, and what, I don't even know if phantasmagoric is the right word, so many different things. Let's start with you. I understand that because you love the arts, you want to share it, especially with younger people. Do I have that right?
Well, you're right. I'm an art nut, a performing art nut, and it's because of my background. I had a music background. I went to Emerson College a lot of years ago. I wound up being chair of the board of the college for 9 years.
Wow.
And then also was part owner of the Sands Hotel out in Las Vegas for
Wow.
a good period of time. So you can see where the performing arts
Right.
all came into it.
Well, the Sands has the ideas of glitz. Maybe we'll get that. And you've been doing this every other year. Now you have the enviable task, I guess, of being the artistic director of all these different things. Can you give us some idea of the scope? I know it's just wild.
Absolutely. Scope is the right word for it. We have about 112 individual performances that will be happening, and that encompasses about 845 individual performers who will be on the Common next week.
So Ted, now I noticed that this year you guys said that there's maybe going to be more of an additional component for younger people that nowadays, is that true? Or?
No, it's always been there.
Oh, okay. It's just we're hyping it now.
The fact of the matter, one of the raison d'etre is that for the younger children. So that we have a kids performing section there. We have the MFA comes and puts up a tent and teaches them how to finger paint. So it's educational along with everything else. But the next generations are a very big part of what we do, a very big part of what we do.
I think it's important what you're saying is because I think they might be too looking at tablets and their phones and not realizing that they can play instruments, act in plays, do those kinds of things there. So is it participatory, or it just seems to be a little bit of everything, right? You got some very big names coming to the city.
Yeah, that's right. We have a lot of big names that are coming in to headline our main stage during the evenings. We've got the Gin Blossoms, Casey Musgraves, Guster, The Voices joining us for an evening. But yeah, the smaller acts, some of them are participatory. As Ted said, the MFA is coming in and they're actually teaching children how to create prints in the style of the Hokusai exhibit that's up there right now.
Oh yes, you guys bring the best of the past and being hip enough so that younger people won't totally shun it.
That's right.
No, I must tell you that these kids who get involved in the arts, they build a self-confidence in themselves that it's fantastic. It helps them grow up. It teaches them the right directions, and they know what they want to do. So if Berkeley teaches them how to play a horn, somebody else teaches them how to sing, somebody else teaches how to dance.
And Emerson teaches them how to be on TV.
There you go. Really, the nature of the program.
And so it's just a wonderful thing. So a big part of it, every day there's something going on for the children, every single day.
Yeah.
So how would you, I assume that the website has, some people really like music, and I guess they would look at the website to see what kind of music is on that particular day, or how do you suggest people interface with it? Because it's such a smorgasbord of arts events that it might be hard for people to choose.
Absolutely. Well, the first thing that you can do if you go to the website, which is otbboston.com, we have the full schedule there. It's listed by day so that you can kind of plan your day out, how you will track your own particular route through the stages. But then in just a few short days, we're actually launching our festival app as well. And that'll be available through the website. That will enable you to be able to choose exactly what you want to see. You can find your own genre. If you're looking for family-friendly entertainment only, you can find that through there. If you only want to hear rock and roll big names, you can. If you want to see some weird underground theater, it'll direct you there as well.
And which is your favorite? What advice do you give Georgia?
Well, the advice that, I'll tell you what, I said it in the newspapers. We choose things that are good. So everything is good. Good is good. Good is good, and bad stinks.
Yes,
so we just don't make sure that it's terrific for
So
everybody.
anything you go to, you say, is good.
Everything.
Is
Everything. There is something for absolutely everybody. In their music, in their dance, and in just listening to orchestras or being part of it, it's exciting. It's really exciting.
Well, it's also good for the self-image of the city, to realize, first of all, that there's philanthropists like yourself that are willing to, contribute yourself and bring in your colleagues to make it happen, but also to show the city or give them opportunities to say, if you like music, to do that. Is that part of the self-esteem and the Boston pride or Boston Strong?
It absolutely is. As Ted said before, the big idea through making this accessible to families of all sorts is not only to instill a lifelong love of the arts in our children, but to make them participants, whether they grow up to be artists themselves or whether they grow up to be the next Ted Cutler, and support the artists of a city. And I think as well, having that access and having access to things that normally you might not want to be willing to spend $20 on because you don't know if you'd like it, it's all free. So here's the place where you can come to find what you want to spend your money on throughout the rest of the year. You can come to hone and refine your own tastes and to be completely excited and surprised by what the city has to offer.
I think that's a very, go ahead.
We have an international section that comes in.
Yes.
We have coming to the festival, at least 12 or 13 different countries.
Wow.
Bringing in their dance, their singing, their thing, and it's absolutely wonderful. In this city, we have over 140 different languages spoken. So we got them coming. Georgia, you're better at it than I am, but I know from Greece, I know from Turkey. Go ahead, Georgia.
So there are actually about, I think, 15 different cultural traditions that will be presented at this festival, and some of them are coming internationally, and some of them are ethnic groups that are based right here in Boston that are upholding these traditions here in the New World, as it were. So there'll be local dance groups from Greece and Bulgaria, along with local musicians, and all of them are of the country of origin's descent. But then you've also got groups like Gamelan Galactica, which is an MIT-based group, and they are performing traditional Indonesian music.
Well,
There's
it's
something
just
for everyone.
everybody. It's just, and I think that people might run across things that they don't know that they would like. I think that's the thing where it's free, as you're saying. You may have never heard of gamelan playing, but when the MIT, it's fantastic.
That's exactly the whole thing. It's educational as long as being entertaining. It's good to see.
It's entertaining without telling them it's educational.
No.
That's right.
You know what I mean? There's some people shy away from education. I'm an educator myself, but I understand what you mean.
No, for the people themselves, it's not for the people from France to come because they know it. It's from people to see what the French do. Yeah. And they will see it because there is a group coming in from France, and they will do it. So it's probably never been done before in the city.
No, not of this scope and this international and being of so many genres. I mean, even with your music is probably the most accessible art form, and you have many different genres, right? I mean,
absolutely. We've got everything from blues to rock to classical to bizarre alt rock garage bands. We've got a little bit of everything, and the same goes for our dance curation as well.
So, would I put you in a bad position if I asked you what one thing people shouldn't miss, or is that?
We got asked this the last one. It's like choosing my 5 favorite children.
Well, no. I know. That's why I phrased it that way, saying you can decline to answer, on the grounds that'll get you in trouble or what.
No, I think that truthfully, when they come and they say, remember, we're going to be there for 6 days.
Yeah.
And they come back as many times as they want, and any time it's free and it's open for that, and for the whole family, by the way. They see something that they've never seen, but then all of a sudden they see something that they've seen and they like it. So it takes their whole day up. It's different, and they just enjoy it. So it's, as I say, educational.
Well, what I'm so happy about is this live performances, because so many people watch TV, look at games on their things there, and the more we can say that it's real, because more and more people are shy in real life because they just look at monitors. And here you are bringing people from all over the world to the city.
And let me tell you something very important to me and to all of our staff. We invite everybody. That means everybody that you know, a lot of people can't afford these ball games or this theater and things like that. This is their opportunity to take their children, to see it for themselves, to enjoy it. And what I hope we're doing is just the beginning of a culture change in the city.
Well, I'm 100% behind you, and I thank you very much for getting us jump-started, which we definitely need. So our time's running out, but so what is your website that people can go to and, you know, maybe find out about the app that you have that
Absolutely.
they can,
our website is live, has been for a while. It's www.otbboston.com.
For outside the box, Boston.
Exactly, otbboston.com. It has our full schedule up there. There's a few things that may be subject to change, but nothing major.
Right, and that makes it exciting. It makes you want to come back to see this. Thank you so much for supporting it, for the and starting this. What was it, 2 years ago was the first one?
Right. Thank
Thank
you
you so much, Georgia.
My pleasure.
All right.